We're the people you call on the worst day of your life.
Police expert Antoine Lane right now. And Antoine, we heard a nationwide extradition warrant. What are we talking about here?
A national extradition warrant typically indicates a high-value target. They're going to want to confirm that warrant before they leave the scene. First thing you want to do is separate the subjects and just dialogue with them. Get some basic information. What you'll quickly discover is that there's some discrepancies, and you can use those discrepancies to help build your investigation.
Antoine Lane back with us again. Antoine, helicopter up in the sky, boats, a lot of manpower. They are rolling out the resources here.
They are, but it's a race against the clock. As you see, it's just starting to get a little dark outside. It is the nature of the terrain that would make it especially difficult to search for an individual after dark.
Antoine, you've said before how important it is to see a swift takedown like the one we just saw here, but how also important is it, again, to know what it is you might be facing?
And Sarge did an excellent job of explaining this, that district pride you and I have talked about in the past. Know the people in your area. It was quick, it was fast, and he diffused the situation by continuously talking to the subject during the arrest.
Antoine, I want to ask you about the pullover that we saw in Baton Rouge. It was a high-speed chase, and we saw at the end, I know a lot of people ask you, why are there always multiple cars responding to such incidents? So why, police expert Antoine Lane, are there so many cars at stops like that?
Well, one of the things that we teach in police work is that you want superior firepower in the instance that it's needed. You also want more personnel on scene to help make it safe for everyone. But that doesn't explain everything. When you say make it safe for everyone, what the heck does that really mean? So what I like about this opportunity is we get a chance to talk about what it is that the officers are trying to do. In this particular stop, we're talking about a high-risk stop, all right, that K-9 unit is the lead on. But there's multiple officers involved. There has to be an officer to protect the K-9 unit. There has to be an officer to put hands on anybody in the vehicle. If there's multiple people in the vehicle, you need multiple officers to put hands on. So I love the fact that we get an opportunity in this setting to talk about what it is that we do and why we do it. Because in the end, I think the onus is on police to extend an invitation to the public that the best police work that we have is rebuilding this relationship that we have with them, and that comes from explaining a lot of what we do. When I first came out as a rookie officer, back in the early 90s, the police officers held their cards very close to their vests on why we did what we did. But our viewing public, they want more answers, and they're smarter now. They're asking those questions, and I think it's up to us to have to extend those types of responses.
I'm back now with our police expert, Antoine Lane. And again, Antoine, it was a heartbreaking story that led to these 2 search warrants we've seen served on our air tonight. What have you made of it?
Well, we're talking about a couple of subjects that have to be considered armed and dangerous. So it's important that the officers on scene maintain superior firepower. In case they come under fire during their approach or the subject flees, they have a contingency plan. But whenever you can have a demonstration of a show of force like this, it makes it safer for everyone.
And you know, it's interesting. They are officers, but boy, from my vantage point, it looks like an Army battalion is rolling up on the front yard.
These are our SWAT teams. These guys, hundreds and hundreds of repetitions to get this job done safely. We really appreciate the work that they do.
And again, they did here twice tonight. Antoine, thanks as always.
Getting to showcase my fellow first responders has been an honor.